Are you guys all warm and cozy in front of the fire?
But I know I like having the cook stove started. Me too.
It is very enjoyable, huh?
It cooks good turkey.
Also, you can
It does
make
cook good
hot
turkeys.
cocoa.
And it cooks good cats.
So we've got some zucchini pancakes going on, some blueberry syrup, which the blueberry syrup is not for the zucchini pancakes, and some regular pancakes. Michael and I are going to have these for breakfast, and the kiddos are going to have pancakes. And everybody is content and happy this morning. Okay, so breakfast is all cooked up. I still have two of my little ones sleeping. The little girls are still sleeping. And Michael is going to be going out of town today. He's got to go to our closest big town to go get our Suburban fixed. And then he's actually going to be taking the phone, so we won't be able to videotape while he's gone. And then as soon as he gets back, we'll finish up our vlog. But until he leaves, we will continue on.
I can't wait till it snows.
I know you can't wait till it snows.
I want it to snow, because then I'll show you if Mama makes a video. I'm going to make a big snowman.
Yeah.
There's a caterpillar that I put in here, and it turned into a cocoon.
It did. We'll have to show
Hard
it.
to see.
Can you? Well, go ahead and turn on the light.
I will let you. Oh,
Okay.
right there.
It's a fuzzy wuzzy caterpillar, and she stuck it in here a couple days ago, and it turned into a cocoon. But I learned last night that they're moths.
Mm-hmm.
They're not butterflies.
But they have white spots.
They should be big moths.
They're not. Last night.
You're such a weird dog. You're such a weird dog. I sure missed cooking on this thing. I love this season where we're able to use this. I need to clean it. I've got some oil splatters and stuff like that, but I actually want to do a dedicated video to that. Somebody asked us a while ago if we would do a review basically on our cook stove. They're getting ready to buy a cook stove, so that will be, I think, will be a bonus video. We're gonna try and do one video a week, so any extra videos like that will just be a bonus video. I'm gonna slowly try and get back into the groove of YouTube. Because I just love doing it. I love the interaction with you guys, and I love sharing our family with you and our journey in homesteading. I think that it's a lot of fun. So these will be, again, bonus videos for you, and look forward to that video if you guys are interested in that. But back to this beauty, I have had several children this morning ask me that we're all cozied up by the fire. When is it gonna snow? Why don't we have snow right now? I cannot wait for snow. So we are ready for the season to cool back down and to enjoy our WoodCook stove again. So the children and I are trying to get on a schedule, all of us, but the children and I mainly, because they're, you know, the ones that are with me in the house the majority of the time, and we need to get on a super schedule since summer is to an end almost. We just have a couple days till fall. In fact, tomorrow is the first day of fall. Tomorrow's fall. We need to get on a homeschooling schedule and cleaning routine and all the things. So I got that scheduled out for us.
This is my birthday.
Yes, Amelia's birthday is in 5 days. Today is going to be our first full day of this schedule, and I'm really looking forward to just having some routine again. We are going to do a little bit of canning today because the weather is getting ready to turn on us. If any of you guys have a good recipe for using green tomatoes, please send them my way. I have so many green tomatoes and I don't know what to do with them. So other than like fried green tomatoes, more of like a canning idea. I am all ears, so please share away down in the comments. And maybe we'll do a video on canning green tomatoes, who knows. Yes, I see you. Don't you dare. Don't you even think about coming back over here, miss. Are you gonna say good morning? Do you need some love? You wanna, she always licks my clothes. You can't eat them. They're not food to you. Crazy girl.
Okay, this morning everybody went picking carrots. We got 2 yellow neck squash. This one's not quite ready. It's pretty big, but not big enough. And this big fat one, this one's a good one right now.
But we got a lot of carrots, huh?
Uh-huh.
All
Some
colorful.
of the kids bit through them, but these ones, these purple ones, these ones actually, they're like dye. Some of them got stuck to my lips earlier and my hands. You could add them to suckers and stuff like that, which I don't need suckers right now, but we got, how big is this bucket?
5-gallon bucket.
5-gallon bucket full.
And we still have a mess of carrots left. These ones were all a little too small, so we didn't pick these ones, and we just kind of picked and choose the biggest ones that we could find. It's all flattened out because the little people were helping, but we had fun, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to you guys about my green tomatoes this morning, and this one, that's not even doing it justice. We have so many green tomatoes. They're just everywhere in here. We're just loaded with green tomatoes. So again, any ideas you guys have for canning green tomatoes, let us know. So the other day when we did our garden tour, I filmed the garden tour, let's just say that, but I never showed you guys because the video would have been it would have been way too long. So I'm going to kind of give you guys a glance through. Now, granted, the garden looks used now because we've gone through and harvested a lot of stuff out, and there's weeds coming up because it's at that point where we're just kind of done, gardening anyways. So, but I thought that I would show you guys since our day was kind of taken away. Michael was gone for a really long time. Okay, so here is the overall view of the garden. And we really had a lot of success with this garden. We're so pleased. We are going to do an extension on it, which we will talk to you guys about some other day. But today, I'm just going to show you guys a garden update. So I showed you guys over here the other day. We have, these are spinach. These are almost ready to harvest the seeds. I told you the other day that I wanted to do a harvesting video on seeds because I just think it's something that people want to know, especially right now. With everything that's happening, I think that it's a smart thing to have seeds on hand. So those first two lettuces, or those first 2 rows are lettuces and radishes. And I showed you guys the stuff over there the other day. And then we have cauliflower and cabbage right in here. And something that we've been dealing with are those lovely little things, cabbage moths, cabbage worms. They've been just nailing our garden.
Having babies, and Dad tries to spray them with toes and get them down, stomp on them. Just worked a couple of times, but look at these holes. They eat through these.
So a few weeks ago, Lily actually got into the garden as well and ate some of my cabbages and some beet tops. She had a lot of fun. That was quite the fiasco, huh? And then I think that these are starting to bolt. They are starting to separate, and you can see there's a cabbage worm in there right now. Little tiny guy. Stinkers. So this is going to go to seed, and then I've got another one that's starting to bolt too. which I'm very thankful because, funny enough, I was not expecting to get cauliflower at all. We didn't see anything for the longest time, and then all of a sudden one day we had a ton of it, and Alyssa's like, hey, there's cauliflower over here. So we've harvested all of our cauliflower, and I left these two, and I think that they're actually going to bolt, which I'm surprised the season that we're in that it's actually going to happen. But we do have some nice size heads of cabbage, which is a blessing because we were a little worried about them with all these cabbage moths.
There's a cauliflower right there.
Oh yeah,
It's
we'll
done.
We'll have to get that one before the cabbage moths get it. Okay, so we have our line of onions here, which we've got some onions behind us too. These ones are actually doing pretty good when we've harvested a few of them, and they were quite tasty. We've got our 3 rows of carrots and some beets, which the beets have done really good, minus the front. For some reason, the front didn't do as well as the stuff in the back. So here in the next few days, I need to harvest some more of these and can them up. And then we've got our bush beans here, which are bush beans and our pole beans could have done better this year, but we had that super late spring and we had to replant them because they rotted in the ground. So next year, hopefully we don't have that issue. Autumn Joy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why don't you go take that thing away from her?
I think she's spearing dirt.
She is. Crazy girl. Ooh, close. And then we have our sugar snap peas, which I've got my bush that I'm gonna, my sugar snap pea that I'm going to harvest from. These guys are looking phenomenal. This one produced well into the late summer. So those are going to be seeds for next year. Got some more tomatoes here. We've got asparagus right there and my artichokes that are doing phenomenal, and I'm a little concerned about them because I did not pay attention to climate or anything like that when it comes to artichokes. If somebody wants to explain to me though why I have flies all over them and yellow jackets, I would greatly appreciate it because I don't know why they like these things so much. They're not eating them, but they are just very attracted to them. And then we have our cucumbers over here, and we have a pepper plant that is all of a sudden just finally decided to have some peppers. We were waiting all year and we didn't think that it was going to. And then we have a couple cucumbers that we're letting go to seed. So we've got 2 over here. Yeah, big old honking ones. And then here's some more peppers that just decided to do their thing. Some more tomato plants. More peppers that we just decided to plant because they were taking up space in the greenhouse, and you know, we'll see if they do anything. We've got a couple flowers. The only thing is with these ones now, I don't even remember what they are because they've gotten mixed up in the greenhouse and the planting and stuff. And then we've got our Jerusalem artichokes that are doing wonderful. We had some issues with Fred. Fred liked to attack the Jerusalem artichokes, and we thought we were not going to have any, but they're doing okay.
Cat.
Yeah. And then we've got more of our onions. We planted, these are the ones that we did from seed. Some more cucumbers. So one thing that we've learned about our climate over here is starts have to be. We didn't do a lot of starts on things because over on the other side we didn't have to do starts. Over here it's a mess. So our cucumbers did not do good because of that. Another piddly cucumber. We're not going to take cucumber seeds from these guys. We're only going to take them from the ones over there. And then here's some more onions, which these ones don't look as good. For whatever reason, they're not as good as the other side, which is like same dirt, 2 feet away, but whatever. And then the last thing that we have is our celery. The celery was doing phenomenal, and this is not the place for celery, at least this part of the garden. We think that it was just too hot over here and it scorched it. So next year, lesson learned, we'll move it somewhere else. Hello friends, it is day 2 of the vlog. We are going to, I wasn't able to film very much yesterday since Michael was gone, so I figured we'd do day 2. We are butchering today. We're butchering our heritage breed chickens, or not a heritage breed, our dual purpose. So we'll see how this part of the video goes. But we have, we're just gonna take you along the rest of our day. We're giving the chickens some outside time today. The ducks have been very vocal, so I know that something's wrong. They tell me if they're out of food or if they're out of water, and they have both, and they're still just upset. So I'm letting them out for the day. The chickens will be nice and happy. Free food, what little is left. Autumn's hanging out in the chicken coop apparently. Daddy's got the chickens. What are you doing, Abby? Yes, I'll button your coat up.
Got some chickens.
So this is our last batch of chickens that we're doing for the year, which we're very thankful for. These chickens are a lot smaller than the Cornish, but we knew that, and they're going to be canning birds, canning and stock birds, and they're very healthy, so it's going to be wonderful bone broth for us. Did he bite you? The point of these birds is so we don't have to buy the Cornish cross if we don't need to. So we have dual purpose birds on hand. We have egg layers and we have meat birds. Yeah, this is how they used to do it back in the day. They just go out and pick a chicken for dinner. So that's kind of the reason behind all of this, is so we don't have to buy if we don't need to. The other point of this is so we can cycle out our egg layers. We'll be raising our own egg laying birds. These are, like I said, dual purpose. So our females we'll keep as egg layers. We'll get rid of our old egg layers eventually, and then the males that we get from these we'll put in tractors and eat them. All right, we done, Daddy?
Yeah.
No more chickens.
I would like to not butcher any more chickens for another almost year.
And we'll be excited the next round.
Yeah, I need about at least 8 months of recovery.
Chickens are done. They're in here in my big giant stock pot. I am going to cook these up so I can take the meat off of them and can. And then I will make bone broth, which I made a beautiful batch of bone broth the other day. So we got a mess of tomatoes hanging out in the windowsill turning. We got a few that little hands picked, but most of them they were orangish to yellow. And this is the big bag of tomatoes that we've gotten so far. What is this, like a 2-gallon bag? Just a monster bag of tomatoes.
2.5 gallon bag.
Ah. I also made a mess of tomato soup. I think I've got like 9 jars or so. And this is just delicious. My girlfriend sent me some scorpion salt, or she brought it to me actually. Some scorpion salt from Missouri, and it is amazing, especially in there. It gives it a nice little kick, little burn to your throat. I love it. Okay, so I lost the phone today. One of the kids walked off with it, and it ended up being in their bedroom, and so this is going to be a hodgepodge random video. It's not going to be anything special, but you know, sometimes that's just the way that it is. And this is how I can get videos out on some days. But I do have one thing that I want to show you guys a little bit later, so I'm not going to end the vlog yet. I'm going to let the children end it and show you guys what they're doing now. What are you doing, Abby? Peeling what? What's the chicken foot for?
Bone broth.
Bone broth? Good job. She came in here and just wanted to help me, so she's helping me peel some chicken feet. you guys doing? By yourselves?
We've been doing it, let's say, about 2 months, right, Mom?
Well, 2 or 3 months. They took over evening milking for me, so now I only milk once a day, and it's been such a blessing because night times are always crazy for me. My big kids.